My name's the one and only the Tycoon. We do reaction, and today, ladies and boys and girls, we about to take a look at the official first preview, ladies, for Invincible versus from IGN, ladies. Once again, ladies, we are eating so good. We got Marvel Token Fighting Stars, and now we got Invincibles versus, ladies. Just can't wait to. Oh, dude, it's so good, baby. Oh, dude, when I first saw this, ladies, I was like, wait. Until we saw the gameplay, I was like, no way. Oh, dude, I couldn't believe, ladies. I was like, yes. I cannot wait, dude. Oh, dude, Invincible in my personal, ladies, is easily, hands down, one of the best superhero shows of all time, ladies, because, oh my goodness, dude, absolutely crazy, insane, and carnage, ladies, because, dude, oh my goodness, ladies, and once again, Invincible, I absolutely love, but dude, it's just a crazy, insane carnage show. Oh, dude, I love it, ladies, and of course, ladies, I just can't wait for this game. I can't wait for Marvel. Can't wait for Invincible versus, so today, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we about to take a look at, ladies, IGN's first preview of Invincible versus, ladies, which I cannot wait. So let's get started. Twitch link of Invincible versus the first preview of IGN, ladies and gentlemen, will be in the description below. So today, ladies and boys and girls, IGN's first preview of Invincible versus, ladies. So let's get started. And 3, 2, 1. Let's get started.
Let's just skip to the part where we fight. How's the concussion sound?
Some things just feel right. When I first laid eyes on Invincible versus, my thoughts were something along the lines of, yeah, that makes sense. If you were going to choose a comic book to adopt into a fighting game, you could do a lot worse than Robert Kirkman's magnum opus. It's got everything you need for a tag fighter. Bone-crunching hits, a big cast to draw from, a cool art style, plenty of unique superpowers that can easily be converted into special moves, the works. But Invincible versus has a secret weapon too. Its developer, Quarter Up. That name might not be familiar to you yet. They're a new studio, but they're anything but rookies.
Awesome.
Several members of the 40-plus person development team played a core role in the development of 2013's Killer Instinct, and you can feel that influence. Seeing Invincible versus is one thing, but when I sat down to play it and speak with members of the team, I knew I was among fellow sickos, and I mean that in the most complimentary way.
Watch out!
Oh, dude!
One of the problems with previewing a fighting game is that you never have enough time with it to really dig into its systems. This is an incredibly complex genre. Every time you sit down with a new fighting game, it's a new experience. Some of it's like riding a bike. Hold back to block, your assist button will also tag if you hold it, that sort of thing. But a lot of it is new. You gotta learn your button layout. You gotta figure out how combos work, what kind of defensive systems you have, what your special...
ladies. Every time I play a new fighting game, do I have to learn? Do I have to learn? And that's the best part of it, ladies. Learning a new fighting game, ladies. It might take some time, ladies, but I absolutely love it, ladies. Learning a new fighting game once again might take some time, but I absolutely love it. I love learning a new fighting game, ladies and gentlemen.
All kinds of stuff. If I had my way, I would have spent hours in Invincible versus' training mode just tinkering with teams and learning how things worked. As it was, I only had about an hour. But even with such limited time, I left feeling like I knew what Invincible versus was by the time I put my fight stick down.
Tell Engstrom he can kiss my ass.
let's get the elephant in the room out of the way. Invincible Versus is still very, very early in development. It absolutely nails the look and general vibe of the show, mostly because Quarter Up is working directly with the folks who made it. There's still a lot left to do. The build I played didn't have proper lip syncing yet, for instance. But if you're worried about whether this will honor the source material, don't be. Invincible is a brutal, bloody, often shocking story, and that's reflected in how the characters interact on screen. If you're the one dishing out the hurt, your character will quite literally get blood on their hands. It just isn't theirs. Meanwhile, if you're the one getting hit, it'll be obvious. If you've been blocking with your face, the bruises will make sure everyone knows it. That pristine costume will look like you've lost a fight with a lawnmower. The rest of you will resemble a prize fighter who just went 12 rounds with a heavyweight. Or just Mark himself after he's been fighting his dad. Invincible Versus is far from the first fighting game to do real-time battle damage, but it looks great. And I appreciated how I could tell who was winning without looking at the health gauge at the top of the screen.
That this is the first tag team that is violent, ladies. And I'm surprised that this is a tag team game that is super violent, ladies and gentlemen. I was surprised. Like, when I first saw that this game was gonna be a tag team, I was like, wait, what? Oh, dude, I was surprised that this was a tag team, but violent, ladies. And I was so surprised, ladies. And like, I just thought it could be like a single fighting game, ladies. But no, it's a tag team, ladies, which completely surprised me. It surprised me that this is a tag team, but it's violent, ladies. And I was so surprised.
And that it matched the show's visual language.
Nailed it. Oh, dude.
There's a lot of blood here, folks. And hey, if you end a fight with the right special or super move, and we'll dig into the gameplay in a second, I promise, you can pop Adam Eve's head off or turn Bulletproof into a series of limbs missing a torso.
What?
Not done yet.
And it's not just the characters absorbing all this damage. The environments will feel the impact of these super-powered brawls too. There's less of a visible impact on the moon because, well, the moon is kind of empty. But in a city, you're gonna see buildings falling down, cars getting totaled, streets getting torn up, the works. Superheroes trying to kill each other generally doesn't go well for anyone or anything else in the immediate area. And hey, just because you start a brawl in a city street doesn't mean it'll end there. You can absolutely punch somebody so hard they break orbit or end up on another different stage.
Whoa!
Okay, so the presentation stuff is pretty cool, but the appeal of any fighting game is the actual fighting.
Yes!
I didn't have enough time to really dig into Invincible Versus' core system, but a fighting game can't...
Everyone's question, like, what does the fighting feel like, ladies and gentlemen? Like, oh, dude, it's just... Oh, I love it, dude.
Smart design choices backing it. Landing hits has to feel good too, and Invincible Versus has that part down pat. In a lot of ways, it resembles the tag fighters of yesteryear, but there are some unique twists here. You've got your standard light, medium, and heavy attacks, as well as a light auto combo for folks like me who were just starting out. Special moves are their own button, but Invincible Versus doesn't use motion inputs. You choose your special, kind of like you do in Super Smash Bros. Pick a direction and press that special button. So the core gameplay is a lot like Marvel or Dragon Ball FighterZ. Lights go into mediums, which go into heavies, though you can do things like switching between crouching and standing normals to spice things up and open up new routes. And down in heavy gets you a launcher for an air combo. You can also enhance your special moves for special properties and extra hits if you've got the meter, and bone-crunching, human-smushing, jaw-removing supers for when you're ready to cash out. And see a slick animation that will leave your opponent getting literally scraped off the area floor. Plus, they're easy to do. Just press heavy and special at the same time, and you're golden. Standard tag fighter stuff. But what makes Invincible Versus cool are the core systems. Some of them you've seen before. You've got a push block to get people off of you, snapbacks to bring a damaged backliner back in so you can keep pouring up the hurt, defensive saves where you can bring in another character to save the one getting comboed, assists for each character that isn't on the field, this is a tag team game after all, ground bounces to set up interesting combo opportunities, and the like. There are way too many options to dig into here. But if you're worried that the simplified control scheme means Invincible Versus might not have the juice, let me alleviate that concern for you right now. Once I got put into a high-low mix-up I block stunned by Bulletproof's Rekka, I knew this was a game for degenerates, which again, I saw as a compliment. One thing I will dig into is how Invincible versus determines combo length. As you hit your opponent, you'll see a meter build up. Fill it and your combo will end, because your opponent will fall out. This means that while basic combos in Invincible Versus aren't short, they're not as long as the ones you'll find in Marvel 3 or Dragon Ball FighterZ. You'll be out of that combo and back in the action, or dead, before your next birthday. But there is a way around that. Tag in one of your other characters and you'll reset part of that combo meter, allowing you to lay down additional smack. Getting the most out of your characters requires spending meter or cycling through your team. Neither of these concepts is new, but I appreciate what Quarter Up is doing to make Invincible Versus unique. I also like how different the characters feel. The build I played only had 4 fighters to choose from, but Bulletproof and Thula quickly stood out to me, though neither Invincible nor Adam Eve felt bad.
I got a feeling like Invincible.
Part of the fun of a tag fighter is building a team that works for you. These characters already feel quite different from one another, and that's a good thing. Thula slicing you to pieces with her hair? Rad. Bulletproof calling you a cab? Iconic. The other thing I appreciate are the little touches. From the unique intro dialogue between the characters, this is becoming more and more rare in modern fight.
References from Army Man's fighting style from Mortal Kombat 1. I wonder if that you're gonna take like inspiration or references when Army Man joined into the Mortal Kombat 1 roster. If that's the case, that would be awesome because Army Man, so much fun, so good, so good. I love it.
And the Dragon Ball Fighter style clashes when a new character comes in. These serve to reset the playing field and let you take a breath. But there's also more unique dialogue here too. I love stuff like this, and I'm happy Quarter Up has embraced it wholeheartedly.
Go ahead. Cry for your father.
When I set my arcade stick down after about an hour with Invincible Versus, I felt pretty good. Trying a new fighting game is a lot like driving a new car for the first time. You've got a general idea of what you're getting, but the devil is in the details. I left pretty pleased with my test drive. Quarter Up still has a lot of work to do, but I can't wait to kick Invincible Versus' tires for real when we see what she can do on the track. Fighting games are a tricky business, but it's also easy to tell when they're on the right track. Invincible Versus has a killer team behind it. The tools and the resources they need to do the comic and the show justice, and a lot of good ideas. Let's just hope they can pull off a superhero landing and look good doing it. For more, check out our previews of Ninja Gaiden, Ragebound, and Holston. And for everything else in gaming, keep it locked at IGN.
I'm ending this! Oh, dude, I just still blown away that Invincible has a fighting game, dude. Oh, dude, like once again, like you said, makes perfect sense, ladies. If there's any like show or movie or comic related that has to have a fighting game, definitely Invincible. Because at first, Invincible was a fighting game. I was shocked and surprised, but after rewatching it over and over again, I was like, this completely makes sense, ladies. And once again, ladies, Invincible fighting game makes sense. Invincible open world game also makes sense, ladies. Yeah, man. Just so good, ladies. I absolutely love the way these stages looks like, ladies. And we got the mountain from season 1 where Mark versus Army Man, ladies and gentlemen. And of course we got the town, the city, ladies, and of course we got the moon where sometimes Mark meets up with Alan or just like to go up there to hang out a little bit. And dude, just so good. So good! I cannot wait. I'm making Alan if Alan gets announced too. Cannot wait, dude. Dude, so far, ladies, and once again, fighting games are back, baby! Dude, and once again, the fact that they made a new company, a new video game studio to make this game is absolutely amazing. I cannot wait, ladies, and for more news and more gameplay for Invincible Versus, ladies. Because so far, this game looks absolutely, once again, like you said, very bloody, and it looks awesome and amazing, ladies. And so far, ladies, I cannot wait for more stuff, more news, and more gameplay. And of course, ladies, I cannot wait for more review with Invincible Versus, ladies and gentlemen. And that, ladies and was my reaction to IGN's first preview on Invincible versus, ladies and how you feel this game so far, ladies and gentlemen? Leave in the comments below. The revealing of IGN's first preview for Invincible versus, ladies and gentlemen, will be in the description below. Make us subscribe, like my other videos. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.